What's going on, guys? It's Donovan here from Knights Automotive Detailing. I am going to be working on a one of three original KITT Knight Rider car. This car right here is a piece of TV show history. Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff from the 80s. This is a crazy experience for me. I've been detailing for a very long time, and to have access to touch something like this is just insane. So I'm going to show you guys the full process of how I handle this car with the utmost care and do paint correction, ceramic coating on it. I'm going to be using System X Max G Plus. This is a coating that's rated for 10 years, has a lifetime warranty, and it's just crazy. Take a look. So this car is absolutely filthy. You got the original plate from the TV show. Got all of this dirt all over the car. Somebody drew a heart on it. Yeah, this is an absolute masterpiece. I'm not going to show you guys the interior just yet because I have to get this washed, but once this is all done, you guys see the before, the after is going to shock you. Most people will never see a car like this in their lifetime. And today, I'm not just looking at it. I'm the one responsible for taking care of it. This is one of the original KITT cars from Knight Rider. Not a replica, not a tribute, the real thing. One of only a few left in the world. And when you're working on something like this, everything changes. The approach, the pressure, the level of detail, there's no room for error. That's why I'm doing a rinseless wash. No running hose, no unnecessary water, just controlled, intentional contact with the paint. Every pass is calculated, every towel flip matters. Because with a car like this, you're not just cleaning it, you're preserving it. This paint has history behind it. Decades of existence, cameras, storage, movement, and now it's in my hands to bring back safely. A lot of people think detailing is just washing cars, but this right here is different. This is understanding material, the age, the risk, and knowing exactly how far you can go without compromising anything. And honestly, opportunities like this don't come around often. This is the kind of work most people in this industry will never get access to. While everyone else is competing for the same jobs, I've built my business around moments like this, and this is just the beginning. Now we're moving into the clay bar step, and this is where things start to get real. Even after a proper wash, the surface can still feel smooth to the eye, but not to the touch. There's bonded contamination sitting on this paint, and this is things you cannot rinse away. And on a car like this, that matters. This is one of the original KITT cars from Knight Rider. Decades old, rare beyond belief, and every decision I make right now has to respect that. So I'm not rushing this. I'm using proper lubrication, light pressure, and letting the clay do the work. No forcing it, no aggressive passes, just controlled movement across the surface. Because what I'm doing right here is removing embedded contaminants without introducing any unnecessary marring. You have to understand, this isn't just paint correction prep, this is preservation. Every panel I touch, I'm thinking about how much I actually need to do, not how much I can do. You already feel the difference as the clay starts to glide, that resistance disappears, and the surface starts to level out. That's when you know it's working. But this step is also where a lot of people go wrong. Too much pressure, not enough lubrication, rushing the process, and now you're creating more problems than you're solving. On something like this, that's not an option. This car isn't replaceable. There's no redo button. So every moment is intentional, every section is checked, every pass is controlled. But at this level, detailing isn't about speed, it's about discipline. And this step right here sets the foundation for everything that comes next. Now we're stepping into paint correction, and this is where everything changes. Up until this point, it's all been about preparation, cleaning, decontamination, setting the foundation. But this right here, this is where the transformation actually happens. On a car like this, there's zero room for guessing. This is one of the original KITT cars from Knight Rider. Decades old paint, not something you can just go aggressive on and hope for the best. So before I even touched the machine, I took the time to understand what I'm working with, how the paint reacts, how much it can handle, and where the limits are. Because paint correction isn't about removing defects at all cost. It's about improving the surface safely. Right now, I'm running a controlled combination, pad, polish, speed, all dialed in to get results without overworking the paint. Light pressure, slow arm speed, letting the machine and the product do the work. You can already see the difference. The clarity starts to come back and the depth starts to show. The defects begin to disappear. But the goal isn't perfection at any cost. The goal is maximizing improvement with minimizing risk. That's what separates real correction work from chasing a quick result. A lot of people will grab something aggressive and just go at it. But on something like this, you have to respect the age, the material, and the history behind it. Every pass I make, I'm checking my work, making sure I'm moving forward, not backwards. Because once paint is gone, it's gone. On a car this rare, you do not get a second chance. This is where experience matters, this is where patience matters, and this is what real paint correction looks like. Now we're moving into panel prep. And this is one of the most important steps in the entire process. At this point, the car looks incredible. Paint corrected, gloss is up, defects are removed. But right now, the surface isn't ready for protection. There is still a lot of polishing oils, residues, and microscopic fillers sitting on the paint. And if you don't remove that properly, anything you apply on top is not going to bond the way it should. So this step is all about creating a completely bare, clean surface. I'm going panel by panel, using a dedicated prep solution to strip everything down to true paint. No shortcuts, no skipping sections. Now we're at the final stage, protection. Everything up to this point, the wash, decontamination, correction, panel prep, it all leads to this moment. I'm applying System X Max G Plus, a professional grade ceramic coating designed for long-term durability, extreme gloss, and real protection. And on a car like this, that matters. This is one of the original KITT cars from Knight Rider. Something you don't just make look good, you preserve it. So the application has to be as precise as everything before it. I'm working panel by panel, controlled application, even coverage, making sure the coating lays down exactly how it's supposed to. You'll see that subtle flash as it starts to bond to the surface. That's when timing becomes everything. Leveling it properly, removing any excess, making sure there are no high spots left behind. Because once this cures, it's locked in. This isn't a wax, it's not a temporary shine. This is a semi-permanent layer of protection that's going on to defend against UV damage, environmental fallout, and it keeps this finish looking the way it should for years. And the gloss it leaves behind, it's different. It's deeper, sharper, more reflective. This is what takes corrected paint and elevates it to another level. But more than anything, this is about preserving what we just built, locking in the work, locking in the finish, because a car like this doesn't get treated twice. Everything has to be done right the first time, and this is where it all comes together. Now for the moment that you guys have been waiting for, the interior of KITT. Before anything is touched, you can already see it, dust, buildup, age across every surface, but this isn't just any interior. This is one of the original KITT cars from Knight Rider, and inside here, you're dealing with sensitive electronics, custom components, things you just can't replace. So the approach changes. I'm not using compressed air, nothing aggressive, nothing that could force debris deeper into switches or behind panels. Everything I'm doing is controlled and gentle. Starting with careful vacuuming, soft passes, getting what I can without disturbing anything unnecessary. Then moving in with light cleaning, safe products, minimal moisture, and very controlled agitation. Because in an interior like this, more aggressive does not mean better. It means risk. And risk is something you can't take on a car like this. You can see the buildup starting to lift, that dull layer coming off, and the original finish coming back through. But I'm not overworking anything. Every button, every surface, every detail, I'm treating it like it matters, because it does. This isn't about making something look brand new. It's about restoring it safely without compromising what makes this car what it is. And that's the difference. Knowing when to push and knowing when to hold back. Because in here, precision matters more than anything. Anyone can clean an interior, but not everyone knows how to preserve one like this. Thank you guys for watching. This was an awesome experience. I have no other words for this process. You know, I have spent over 24 hours making this car look like it does now, and the processes and everything that you saw in this video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe, drop a like, comment, anything. It'll help me better my business, and you can find me on all socials at knightsautomotivedetailing.com and Knights Automotive Detailing. So, yeah, this is the finished product, you know, standing by it. It's so glossy, you know, so slick. It's the deep gloss that the original KITT car had in the TV show, you know. This definitely hasn't been or hadn't been properly detailed in years. So, this was just an awesome experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you again, and shout out Joey Fatone for allowing me to work on this vehicle. This was awesome. Um, I really appreciate you and your business, and I hope to continue doing business with you as well in the future. Thank you.